first bout of the week evening, please welcome into the ring, Kevin Lucky Lewis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rumble at the Royale. First up, we have Kevin Lucky Lewis versus Iron Greg Bono. Now, this is a fight I have been really excited about seeing. I've seen these guys fight in the amateurs before. I've never seen them fight each other, so I'm very excited to see this bout. Lucky has entered the ring first. He'll be out of the blue corner. And coming shortly will be Greg Bono. Little dramatic delay. My name is Todd Paris. I'll be with you all night. I should shortly be joined by Steeman Beeman. He should be arriving shortly. The Royale is packed. There are a lot of people. Eyes are glued to the ring right now. It's great for Bono to come.
Now making his way to the ring. Please welcome Iron Greg Bono.
We're looking at a 10-fight card tonight. This obviously is the first out of 10. This will be a 4-rounder. We have several 4-rounders to start us off tonight. This is one of them. We've got about 4-rounders. Bono making his way to the ring. As you can see on the screen, we've got Bono has a record of 6 wins, 1 losses with 3 KOs. Lucky is 0-2 as a pro so far. Tonight, anything can happen. We're fighting at middleweight. According to the card, it looks like to be 6 rounds instead of 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first bout of the evening is split over 6 rounds in the middleweight division. This bout is proudly sponsored by Skanska, CJ Shaughnessy Train Service, and Walsh Brothers. Your referee in charge of the action is Melissa Kelly. And now, introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner to my right, wearing red and black and weighing in at 162 pounds. Tonight is his 4th professional bout, and he comes to us from Framingham, Massachusetts. Please welcome Kevin Lucky Lewis. And his opponent across the ring, boxing out of the red corner to my left, wearing red with gold and white, and also weighing in a trim and ready,
Bono looks in
162 pounds.
fantastic shape.
His outstanding record, 6 victories, only 1 defeat with 1 draw, and 3 big wins by way of knockout. He's from nearby Medford, Massachusetts, and representing Everybody Fights. Please welcome Iron Greg Bono.
This should be a good fight. This is one of those fights that you look forward to seeing. Lucky and Bono, they know each other, not strangers to each other. Oh, here we go.
What's happening?
What is happening, Rob? Thanks for joining me. So right now we've got Bono on the march. Some nice downstairs, upstairs work. I find Lucky to be incredibly deceptive. He appears slow as he's moving, but he hits every time. So struggling with Greg's body work. Greg's got some nice head movement, nice little looping right hand. Again, a nice right hand. He's found something with that. Once again, that right hand, Lucky on the ropes a little bit. That's a hard shot. Bono ending with a nice hook. And what Lucky needs to do now is he needs to start working that jab. He's the longer fighter, and he should be using that jab. Knocked off balance. Bono's going to work downstairs, upstairs, mixing up those levels. Always good to mix up your levels. Bono's feeling himself a little bit. He's got momentum on his side. There we go. Lucky's finally throwing that jab. Lucky working that right hand. Nice shots. Staggered Bono back a little bit. Greg moving his head, little upper body movement. Again, finding a home for that right hand. And again, the right hand. This is, again, Lucky should be pumping that jab, occupying some space with it, buying himself some time. Big hook. Bono starts downstairs, finishes upstairs. Kevin coming in, trying to work the body. Lucky against the ropes, having a hard time a little bit with balance right now, but lands a nice combination, finishes upstairs with a nice hook. Misses with the next hook. Again, Bono working his levels. Also his head movement is working that head movement levels. He's up high, and then he'll come down low and round up and come back up with some punches. We got 10 seconds left in the round. There's the 10-second clapper. Lucky working that jab. Got to work that jab a little bit more. Nice body shot by Lucky to finish the round. Sort of got manhandled a little bit to the ground. Lucky breathing hard, looks a little tired. Bono's looking somewhat fresh. Round two's coming up. We'll need to see a good adjustment from Lewis. What we'll need to see him do is we'll need more jabs. Kevin's the longer fighter, and he should be behaving as such. He's meeting Bono too much in the middle, and I don't like the expression letting his hands go. What Lucky's not doing is he's not using his jab, and he's not throwing some punches to keep Bono from just coming in at will. Greg's doing all the right things, and he's really finding a beautiful home for that right hand. He's got the looping right hand. He's got that right hand hitting the body. Bono already up in his feet before the rest period is over. Lucky's taking some deep breaths. Seconds are out. Corners are coming out. Bono's already in the center of the ring. And here we go, round two. Bono comes out with a sweeping hook upstairs. Lucky's working his right hand now, still meeting him in the 50-50, meaning they're right in front of each other, and they're throwing leather. Lucky comes in with a jab, but he's stepping in with a jab to the shorter man. Stay outside, don't step to him, and just work the jab. He's backing him up, though. Bono was against the ropes. He's off the ropes now. He's turned around. He's in the center of the ring. So Lucky's made some good adjustments so far. We're about, more than 30 seconds in, and he's made some very good adjustments. Body shot by Lewis, swinging those hooks, rolling underneath punches. And now for the first time, Bono's starting to look a little on the tired side. Again, this is one of those fights. They're in the 50-50. They're toe-to-toe. They're throwing some punches. I'd like to see Kevin right there work that jab. He's got to bring it back straight back to his face, though. Nice right hand, but you can see doesn't bring it back, and he eats a punch for his effort. I like Greg with a little bit of head control, a little bit of physicality. I always like that. Hands are a little bit low. Good head movement again by Bono. Again, Kevin stepping in with the jab. Nice little slip and roll. Lands a nice hook, but eats a punch for his trouble coming back up. Comes right back up into the center. Good effort. Beautiful hook. He's on his bike, clearing some space. Bono is on him. Lewis lands a nice shot. Bono missing with the hook. Nice right hand by Bono. That was a solid right hand. Bono doing work off the ropes, working that body, attempting a tie-up. Lucky hitting the body. Bono getting head control, working that jab. Lewis with a nice shot. We got under 30 seconds to go. Lewis on the move to his left. Again, lots of looping shots from both fighters at this point. We got 10 seconds. They're going to finish the round strong, impress the judges. Good round. Now you can see at the end of that round, Bono had his head. He's facing the ground a little bit. That could be problematic. What Lewis should be doing at those moments, boom, throw that nice uppercut. If you have an opponent that's looking towards the ground as they're either rolling or just they're in a position, they're looking at the ground, they can't see what you're doing. And they're very susceptible to that nice uppercut. So we'll see what happens. Will Greg get up again before the bell rings to start the next round? He was up earlier in the second, and he was full of energy. So we'll see how that second round has affected both men. As you can see, Lucky has his arms up against the rope. His coach Emily taking care of some Vaseline. And Bono is out, seconds out. A little bit of a late start. And here we go. Right away, Bono in, right in the 50-50 where he should be, working those punches. And Kevin's obliging him by staying in the 50-50, working those punches as well. Now Kevin's on the move. That's a good. He's got him at length. But now he's back in the 50-50, back to a slugfest, which is exciting for the crowd, but it's not going to be helpful for Lucky. That's the distance Lucky should stay at. Boom, big right hand, big right hand. Nice uppercut. Lucky's finding a home for that nice combination. He's landing that uppercut. He's following it up with a hook. Always good to follow that uppercut up with a hook. Bono now Bono's paying the price. A little bit winded. Now this is where Lucky should go to work with the jab and establish a new pattern to the fight. Bono lands a beautiful sweeping right hand. Kevin comes in with a big right hand of his own. Another right hand by Bono. You can see Bono's corner waving him forward. They want him in that 50-50 position. And that's the place for him. It's up to Lewis to keep him out of that. But right now, Greg's fighting Kevin's fight by staying on the outside. He's working outside, and Greg's just his arms are too short for that sort of fight with a guy with much longer arms. Now we're back in. Kevin's landed some nice body shots. Bono's going for some head shots. Kevin gets some nice head control. Boom, nice right hand. Again, Lewis with a nice right hand, solid right down the middle. Bono starting to paw a little bit. Nice right hand again. So this is now it's coming down to a bit of conditioning, it looks like. Nice right hand. Again, you can see how Greg gets his hands over Lucky's neck. So he's controlling Lucky's head. So Lucky can't do anything when his head's being controlled like that. And then he lets it kind of sweep out, sort of Matador style. Greg is starting to swing. Now, as Greg starts to swing sort of wild, this is where Lucky should get more technique. Start working the jab, start working the 1-2, and keep Greg at the end of those punches. I granted, he is successful when they're inside, when they're in that 50-50. Lucky's comfortable there, but you could see there, boom, land your punches, score your points, get out. Sweat flying on some of these shots. Big shot drives Lucky back. Bono he's just a showman. Beautiful ending. Both fighters in the corner. Now again, I'm in Greg's corner. I'm telling Greg, just get on him. Stay, get close, stick to him, work the body, finish upstairs just like you were doing before. Don't be at the end of his punches. And what I'm telling Lucky, keep him at the end of your punches. Stop meeting him in the middle. Work your jab, work your 1-2, score your points, and get out. You can win the boxing match, or you can get into a fight. How you doing? We got Steven Beeman is here, so I'll be joined. Headphones are right here, sir. Just going to turn your mic on, and here we go. All right, so I am joined by Steven Beeman. We got to bring this down. There we go.
All right.
There we go. I can hear you fine.
Perfect.
All right, so we are now in round 4. Nice shot by Bono. So the pattern has been, Bono has been meeting him in the 50-50. They're toe-to-toe slamming away, which is Greg's fight.
Correct.
Lucky should be on the outside, working that jab, working that 1-2, but he keeps obliging Greg and fighting him in the middle.
Well, Lucky, in my opinion, has a lot to prove. He's a little older in age. He's been wanting to fight a while, so I feel like he just, feels like he has a lot to prove in these young fights that he has.
I could see that.
And he's a slugger. He's a slugger.
Oh, there goes the mouthpiece. We got a mouthpiece out. I'm assuming it's Lucky's. We'll wait for Melissa to stop the action, but there we go. Action gets stopped. And
this is a 6-rounder. Okay.
This is a 6-rounder, yeah.
Wow.
I believe it was a 4-rounder that was changed to a 6-rounder.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's see how they do.
But that's an interesting point about he's got something to prove. Because I don't know. I don't think the intelligent way to do this is to not have something to prove and to really just have a boxing match with Bono, because Bono is a brawler.
Correct. He's the younger fighter, and he also has a lot to prove. But, Lucky's coming in. He has like 1 or 2 fights. He's very action-packed. He's like a crowd favorite. But yeah, you're correct. I agree.
Big shot by Bono, right hand.
He should be a little more intelligent in boxing and moving. Bono is a very tough, slugging guy. I watched him fight a few times, and he is the more powerful guy and always coming forward.
Bono to me definitely seems more. He's the stronger fighter. He's in fantastic shape. And even condition-wise, you could see Lucky starting to get a little sloppy with his punches. And Bono's a little, he's a little bit better conditioned, it appears.
Correct. And, I'm not sure if both of their first 6-rounders, but that has to be going through their mind as well, you know? I don't think Lucky's been 6 rounds yet.
I don't think so either, and that's a fantastic point, because if you haven't been 6 rounds in a fight yet, it's not easy, especially coming from the amateurs where you do 3. Then you have your first pro fights where it's 4 rounds, and then 6 rounds is a lot, especially 3 minutes, 4 rounds, 6 rounds. It's a lot of work.
Yes. And that's definitely on your mind, especially heading into this 4th round, the end of the 4th round as they slug away. Which is why I think this fight was made because it makes for a good crowd. As you see, the crowd is.
The crowd. It is a definite.
You know?
Yeah, it's a crowd-friendly fight.
Yeah.
It is definitely a crowd-friendly fight.
The place is packed, sold out crowd. Everyone's on their feet. But yeah, Lucky seems like he's looking a little gassed.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's pretty competitive so far.
After watching that round, what advice would you give Lucky? So you're in his corner. What would you tell him?
I would tell him to breathe, move, try to kind of survive and recoup and get that second win for the last round, because he has 6 more minutes to go. And he's breathing heavy.
Yeah.
You know, and to add to your point, he should be the boxer. So I don't know if he trains as being the boxer. In the fights that I saw him fight, he doesn't seem to be the guy that's the boxing moving guy.
No.
So we'll see heading to this round 5. Bono looks like he's up on his feet and ready to go.
Yeah, Bono looks ready to go. Again, well, Lucky's doing a good job now with some straight shots, but then he meets Greg at Greg's height. He comes down and meets him at Greg's height.
Yes.
And
I mean, he got the longer arms as well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's trying to stay away, you know, a little bit. But it's easy to get caught up in that ego, you know. You get hit with a good shot, and then you got to keep trying to prove something again, and back and forth. So let's see how it plays out.
I'd say this so far is Lucky's best round at keeping this range.
At the beginning, but we got two minutes and some to go.
Yes, we do.
You know, so it looks like he may have got some good advice from his corner, which I think is his wife.
Yep.
In the corner, that makes a good motivation there. You know, your wife in the corner, and
does help.
You know, maybe you don't want to get beat up too much or stopped or knocked out in front of your wife. But yeah, Bono's the younger guy, and you know, he comes straight forward. He throws those shots.
Yep.
And he might be a little tired himself because maybe he underestimated Mr. Lewis a little bit. You know, thinking the age difference and all that.
Yeah, I think I could see that as well.
You know, the experience, you know, maybe that corner told him, hey, you can knock this guy out.
Shot.
Yeah, that was a big left hook by Bono. And
again, another big shot.
Lucky just seems to be like right there to kind of catch all the shots, but he's trying hard.
He's definitely trying. That's the thing with Lucky. He's always, it's a blessing and a curse, because he's always been able to take big shots.
Agree.
And even at this age, taking big shots.
Yes.
But he's got that chin, except
looks like
things
it might be over here.
Looks like things are about to.
Yeah, Lucky's hurt.
That's it.
And she stops it.
Good stoppage. That was a very good stoppage.
I agree. He was stumbling, staggering, and as you said, going into the 4th round, he was looking a lot fatigued. And, you know, it plays a lot. You know, like we said in the beginning of that 5th round, he started off pretty good. But in the back of his mind, he knows he has 2 more minutes plus another 3. So, yeah, that was a very good stoppage by the referee.
Very good stoppage. And again, I really liked the beginning of that round for Lucky. Even though, aside from being tired, it was a smart way to begin the round.
Correct.
So it's good to see he's up on he's on the stool, seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Emily's over there working with him right now.
And that's the most important thing at the end of the day. This is a sport. You know, we're gladiators, and we don't want to see any life-altering incidences happen, you know, during, after the fight, you know. So it was a good stoppage, nevertheless. I agree.
Yep, very good stoppage. Bono's working his way around the ring now, playing to the crowd. The man is a showman. And it was a good win for him. Good knockout win.
Very good win. Very good win. I believe he's undefeated still. He's coming in, 5-0 now?
You know, they showed it in the beginning, and I've already forgotten what the record was.
Yeah, something like that. I remember watching him last year fight. He fought another really tough guy. He took some great shots in that and proved himself. And he had another really good opponent here, Mr. Lucky Lewis, which Lucky is never going to quit.
No.
And if they didn't stop it, he wouldn't have quit.
If they did not, he would not have quit.
Yeah.
Lucky definitely does not quit.
So, shout out to both of them guys,
Another thing with Lucky's development, I did notice this fight, he was also faster than he normally is. Lucky's always been a little deceptively fast. Like he's slow moving, but he's always landing shots.
Yeah.
And then this fight, it was nice to see him really he was fast. He had some good hand speed.
Yeah. And I think maybe his height and his range, his length, his reach might be a little deceiving to some,
The end of a great fight.
But he is a pretty tall guy, He's about 5'10", I want to say.
Yeah.
He got long arms.
Yep.
So.
TKO victory, Iron.
Iron Greg Bono with the victory.
And that's a good name for him, I'd say, because I watched this kid take some shots, and to some degree, any average person would have gone down and quit, especially if it wasn't Lucky in there, maybe